What can you do when you fear looking in the mirror? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie. I am a therapist on Long Island, New York that specializes in the treatment of eating disorders and body image issues. If you're interested in learning more about that or just general mental health, please click the subscribe button down below. I also have an Instagram and a weekly blog that I keep up with, and you could find those links in the description below as well. I had recently posted a video about body checking and minimizing, possibly eliminating body checking altogether. And I had a request, which was an amazing point that this girl brought up. It's about, what do you do if you now have a fear of looking in the mirror or looking in any reflective surfaces? And it was an amazing point that she brought up, because that is something that we need to talk about, because we can't just ignore mirrors all the time. We can't just bypass reflective surfaces all the time. We are inevitably going to be faced with situations where we're in front of a mirror, or we're in front of a window pane that is glass pane that is reflective and it's showing your body. This is something that we have to figure out how to face. Very first thing about this that we need to address is that your body image, if you have a fear now of looking in the mirror or in any reflective surfaces, I'm just going to say mirror from now on because that's a lot shorter. So if you have a fear of this at all, more than likely you have developed very poor and bad body image over the years. And you need to realize that what happened was that over that course of time, you have grown to have hatred toward your body and to its appearance. So there's a lot of negativity associated around your body image, and having built so much time around hating your body, typically that develops into a body dysmorphia. And I've talked about it in prior videos, but basically what body dysmorphia is that you actually have a morphed perception of your body and how you look. And this is something really hard for people to sometimes understand. And I use the example of, if we were all to look out of the sky, what color would we say that the sky is? And most people will say blue. But if I told you it was green, you would have a big problem with that. You would argue with me and I'd argue with you, because you're genuinely seeing blue, I'm genuinely seeing green. But what comes down to it is that there is the objective truth. The sky is blue, and then there's my truth. This is what I am presenting. This is what I genuinely perceive to be reality. It doesn't mean that it is true reality, but it's still what I perceive. And what I'm seeing, it's really hard to tell me differently when I'm literally seeing something as in whatever way I'm interpreting it. So what's happening is that you are morphing, or you have morphed your perception of your body, and you are seeing it in a very negative light. And we need to understand this first and foremost and accept it. I'm not saying that you should accept that this is how your body looks. I'm saying that you need to accept that you are genuinely not seeing your body correctly. So far, what do we know? We know that more than likely you have been having such a high negative stigma associated with your body. And now you're probably having a morphed perception in a negative light about how your body looks. What do we do now? What we need to work on is now building a positive association with your body and your body image. And this is something that we need to do to retrain the brain, because your brain has now been just it's been taught so much by you to hate your body, to hate what you see, to, think that it's horrible no matter what. We need to break free of that, and that takes really retraining the brain and creating more positive associations with body image. How do we do this? Well, number one, remember that you need to understand and accept that you are not seeing your body how it truly is. And now you need to go in front of a mirror every single day and use positive affirmations. How is this going to look like? What I would suggest is looking around for all these positive affirmations. There are a bajillion online. You could go to Pinterest, you could go to Instagram, you could just go to Google, YouTube, whatever. Pick out 3 that you would truly like to feel about yourself. One of them being certainly about your body image. So that might be, I am beautiful, I am pretty, I'm hot, whatever it is. So one has to be something physical. And you could pick 2 more that are physical, or you could choose something like, I am really smart, I am fun, I'm happy, or funny, something along those lines. So we're going to take 3 mantras, and then you are going to stand in front of the mirror every single day for 1 minute. I want you to set a timer for 1 minute. So you're not obsessing over it. You don't have time to do that. You're going in front of the mirror 1 minute. That's it. And you're going to say these 3 mantras to yourself over and over until that minute is up. And when you're saying these mantras, you need to say it with conviction. You need to say it loudly and like you truly mean it. Is it going to be hard? Absolutely. Are you going to feel like you're lying to yourself? Certainly. This is to be expected. You can watch my positive affirmations video to learn more about positive affirmations, but this is something that's going to start retraining your brain, and that's where you're going to start with. And I would suggest that over time, adding another minute, but take your time. You don't have to go all in immediately, but just start with 1 minute every day, where at least you're telling yourself that you don't hate your body. If you ever had an eating disorder, think about it in these terms. We always talk about moderation, is that you can truly have anything that you want in moderation. You don't have to feel like you can never eat a cupcake again, because that's going to make you want the cupcake so much more, and then it's going to also increase the stigma around the cupcakes. So this is the same thing when it comes to your body image and body dysmorphia. What you need to do is start incorporating it back into your life, because we all like to look at how we look sometimes. We all want to check out our outfits. We want to check out our hair and make sure that our makeup isn't, all over the place. We want to make sure of those things. So the mirror isn't the enemy. It's your own thoughts. It's your own perception. So we need to start incorporating it back into our lives in moderation, not being the be-all and end-all. And that's going to start out by doing at least 1 minute. And I truly believe that by doing this every single day, consistency is key. By doing so, that you could truly improve your body image. It's going to take time for sure, but you can do it. I would definitely suggest keeping a journal throughout this process, making sure that you have coping skills at the ready constantly, especially around the time that you're doing this. Make sure that it's at a time that perhaps what works for you is distracting yourself, so it's right before you have to go and you really have to go to school and just really focus, or perhaps it's best when you are able then to kind of like zen out and just watch a show that's brainless for a while. Figure out what works for you and what makes it as easy as possible for you. It's going to be hard, but what's the least difficult for you and what's the most comforting for you? And that's what you want to do. So coping and journal. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any other tips when confronting the mirror. You could click my face over here to subscribe to my channel, and I wish you the ability to have body positivity on your journey to finding your state of balance. I'll see you in my next video.